everybody, it's the ADHD Hustle. Juliana here, getting prepared to go on vacation. As you can see, my ADHD brain, I got a bunch of crap in the back here. So I got to rifle through all of it to determine the things that I need for cruises. I've been on at least 20 cruises, and so I'm a little bit of a veteran. So I figured I'd probably show you the things that I pack, and maybe it'll help give you some inspiration on the things that you need to pack. So, first of all, obviously I can't take Jackson. I'm sorry, bud. You're staying home. Anyways, so obviously, luggage. Let's talk about luggage, right? Okay, so if you've ever been on a cruise, they usually have porters outside, and they're kind of like bellhops if you, go to hotels where they take your bags for you, and then they will take them to your room. So, very important that if you want to check your bags, make sure you do not put your documents inside of your bags that you're going to check with the porters. Make sure you keep your birth certificates, if you're taking your birth certificates, your passports, all of your money, personal information, that kind of stuff. Keep that on you. Do not pack that, please. You will most likely miss your cruise because you don't have your personal information. Don't do that. So definitely luggage. What I recommend is having hard-sided luggage, because sometimes things can get kind of shuffled around, and protecting some of the things in there. However, a good quality soft luggage, one that's not like super cheap from like Walmart or something like that, make sure you get like a quality one, because with the luggage, the amount that's coming on and off that ship, you don't want your luggage tearing open, and next thing you know, you either have half your items because it tore open or not at all. So yes, luggage, very important. Also, you can carry your luggage on the ship. I do not recommend it if you have a lot, because it is a long line to go around up the gangway into the ship, as well as dragging all of your luggage up the stairs. Embarkation day kind of really sucks, because a lot of the times elevators, no matter what cruise line you're going on, are going to be packed. So you're stuck dragging up your luggage up or down the stairs depending on where you're at. Mr. Jackson seems to think he wants to climb in my luggage. Buddy, get down. Anyways, so luggage. Again, make sure you have quality luggage, and it's always best just to check your bags. Keep like a small carry-on one is fine, or a book bag, but you don't want to travel and carry all your luggage on, because it can be quite hassling, and by the time you get on the ship, you're going to be so stressed out from dragging all that on there that it's just going to ruin your embarkation day as it is. Buddy, you need to get out of here. Again, ADHD, not paying attention. And this dude is going to drive me crazy today, but that's okay. It's all part of the show, right? Okay. So we're talking about luggage. Get down. He is just not, and I'm throwing everything everywhere. Hey, that's okay. Anyways, so let's talk about some of the things you need to pack. Always a good thing if you're going on a Caribbean cruise, or even obviously an Alaska cruise, a light jacket. Don't forget a light jacket. Wear a light jacket. Pack a light jacket. A must-have. You never know how chilly the inside of the ship can be at times, even in the Caribbean. So having a light jacket is always recommended. All right, number one. And now it looks like my other little doggy here is wanting to be part of the action too. This is Snickers. Say hi, Snickers. She's being left home too. Okay, so the other thing you want to do is if you're a woman, it's nice to have either like a kimono, is that what they're called? Kimono, or a nice cover up. So I always want, especially on a Caribbean cruise, my cover up, I would say 80% of the time I'm in my cover up and my bathing suit. Yeah, that's pretty much my attire on a Caribbean cruise. So having one or two cover ups, depending on the length of your cruise, is always good. And also, a bathing suit. Lots and lots of bathing suits, especially if you're going on a long cruise. So my next cruise, I believe it's 10 or 11 days. I can't even remember. So I'm taking several different bathing suits. Highly recommend having just a couple different ones, because it's always, nice to have different options. I'm bringing, for my 10 or 11 day cruise, I can't remember. I'm bringing at least 3 or 4 bathing suits. So, yep, we're just gonna shove those in here. Man, it almost takes up the whole suitcase itself. Okay, so next thing that's helpful, cruise essentials, is these luggage tags here. And I'll put a link in the description with some of the things that you're going to need to buy. These luggage tags here are good for when you print out your luggage tags on your boarding passes and stuff. You can put them in here and attach it to your luggage. A lot of the times they say, oh, tape it or staple it. Yeah, I don't trust that. These things are crucial to have. You put it, you fold it in, and then you don't have to worry about your luggage tags being identified where your luggage is going to show up. So definitely make sure you get some of these. They are a must-have. I've had them since day one, and they're great. Okay, no-brainer. Sunscreen. If you forget sunscreen, good luck. It's super expensive no matter if you get it on the ship or any of the cruise ports that you're in. So make sure you pack plenty of sunscreen depending on the length of your cruise, as well as aloe, because we all know, especially if you're going on a Caribbean cruise, that the sun is insanely hot and blistering. Hot, I guess it doesn't matter. The sun's always hot. But anyways, next thing, obviously, let's talk passport holders. These things are nifty. So if you have passports, highly recommend having passports anytime you cruise. However, with the Caribbean cruises, you can travel with just a birth certificate, but make sure that it is the original copy that is certified with your state. So if you're traveling with birth certificates, don't take copies, take originals, or you'll run into problems. The other thing is always make sure you have like a stack of ones. I always like to carry a stack of ones. So like if I want to hand some of the bar staff a cash tip instead of the gratuities that automatically get on, I know that they really appreciate that. So having a stack of ones to help give cash tips is really great. As well as like if you're traveling to the ports, I recommend having cash too, because sometimes with the souvenir shops, cash is king. Okay, so we're talking about the passports. Okay, so I just picked up a bag of these. These are good for the chairs. So when you're in the high seas, especially on sea days, that wind can whip around, and the last thing you want is your towels like being whipped in the wind. So these chair clips things can clip your beach towels to your chairs wherever you're sitting on the deck, as well as when you're going on excursions. It's nice to have these to clip to whatever, what do they call, chair there is. So clips, again, there'll be some description in the video here on how to get some of these. These are my favorite. Okay, the other thing is, if you can carry on, especially with Carnival Cruise Lines, you can carry on one bottle of wine. You can't carry on like wine coolers or liquor or anything, but you can carry on a bottle of wine per person. They do have a cork fee, so you want to make sure you bring your own cork. Definitely, if you're bringing on a bottle of wine. Cork. Remember the cork. Okay. Unless you want to get to charge for them to open it. Unless you have a cool room steward who will open it. But instead of paying a $15 corking fee, just pack one. Okay, so the next thing is sometimes on the cruises, our temperatures are in our rooms can vary. Sometimes it's ice cold. Sometimes it's super hot. You never know. And they have a limited amount of fans that they'll give customers. So make sure you pack some nice durable fans. These are good. They are chargeable. So like the ones that you can just plug into the wall and charge up and then like set on the sides there. If you do want to have ones that plug in, make sure you bring in an extension cord because there's only like 1 or 2 outlets in each cabin and you'll run out of space. So as far as the extension cord thing goes, make sure too, you can also buy those adapters that allow you to plug in multiple things. So that's also a nice to have too. Just recognize that there's not a lot of plugs in the cabins. So the fans, right. Next thing you want to do, unless you want to pay premium price, is bring a lanyard. So lanyards on the ship, they give you something called a sign and sail card for Carnival, because I'm a Carnival cruiser. That is my specialty. So this is what you're going to use to be able to get in and out of your room, as well as charge anything. The ship is completely cashless and credit cardless. It's all charged to your room. So whatever you set up your onboard or spending account with, whether it was a cash account or credit, you want to make sure that you have enough on there, because that is how you're going to be able to charge extra drinks or specialty restaurants or things in the gift shops. So yeah, make sure you have a lanyard because it makes it nice. You'll see everybody walking around with them. Otherwise, they do have them on the ship. You just have to pay for them. Okay, the next thing, a water bottle. Make sure you bring either a Stanley cup or a nice water bottle, because it is very nice to fill it up with some ice and some water or some lemonade, so that you could take it back to your room, because there is, sometimes there's little mini fridges in there, but they don't keep things cold. So it's always nice to have a water bottle with some ice in it. Your room steward can bring you ice to your room, but having a water bottle is nice because you want to definitely stay hydrated, especially if you're taking a Caribbean cruise like I am. Okay, the next thing is, so speaking of cords, so like my fans, these are the cords that would charge it. And so you want to make sure that if you do want to be able to plug in the wall or something, that you have a long, 6 or 10 foot cord to be able to use to pull that all through. The next nifty thing is, you're actually going to laugh, and it's pretty ingenious, is they have these magnets, these little wall magnets here that you can hang because the walls are metal. So what you can do is, like, you can hang up towels, bathing suits, your lanyards, little knickknacks, because there's not a lot of space in the cabins. So these are great that you can just throw on the wall and hang up stuff that you want to be able to hang up quickly. They're one of my favorite hacks. Okay, next is, okay, so if you're going on a long cruise, some cruise ships have laundry in them. Some of the older ships on Carnival, I do know, have laundry. They may or may not have been taking them out of service, but having Tide Pods in there for you to be able to do a load of laundry is always beneficial and helpful. So make sure you do your research to see if your ship does have a self-serve laundry, but all of the ships do have laundry service on there. But if you want to be able to do your own and you're allowed to, the Tide Pods work great because you can just pack a few and travel and go. Also, you can do something in your sink too. You can break it open if you have to wash something small. Okay, the next thing, especially if you are traveling by air, we all know luggage fees go crazy, and by weight. Having a luggage scale will help you determine how much weight is in your luggage, especially if you pick up a lot of crap at the ports. Souvenir shopping is huge on cruises, and you sometimes buy more than you think you do, and you want to make sure that you're not like overpacking your luggage by weight, and you can kind of shift things around if you have to. So another thing, good thing to have. In combination with having the clips, having towel bands are also good. You can also use these to hold your towel in place on the chair. They're really good for also like holding other things too. So clips or bands, I like to use both. So more stuff there. Okay. Da-da-da. Super fashionable fanny pack. Great for when you are getting off the ship. You want to have something that's just easy, grab and go. You can put like, your little bit of money in there, and it's not like a big bulky purse that you have to carry around. So recommend having a fanny pack. Also, don't forget, sometimes you have like personal toiletries, so like the empty little ones that you can use to fill up with special hair products that you don't want to take the whole full-size bottle on. These are helpful too. The next thing is, when it comes to charge outlet things, having the multi charge outlet thing adapter is nice because, again, there's not many plugs. Having multi ones will help you be able to charge all of your devices. Okay, next things. So if you guys do like the cruising ducks thing where you hide ducks on the ship, they have these cute little like duck tags that you can buy on Amazon and put it on there, and it can tell you like what ship you're on, who you're from, and it has like the tags on it. So if you're into the cruising ducks things, these little things are really nifty, so you don't have to make personal tags. Side note, I like to do that stuff because I'm corny. Okay, and next biggest thing is, if you hate the creepy crawlies in the room, and not in the room, but the ocean, water shoes. Make sure you pack water shoes. If you're not like that, I don't personally like it. So I always wear water shoes. Okay, next things next. One thing that's really nice to have is one of these where you can put all of your travel documents. So like your passports, all of your documents that you need. It's easy for you to keep everything in one place. I highly recommend as you're organizing, these things are great to keep it all in things. You just throw it in your bag and you know that all of your documents are in one folder. Of course, what's a cruise without sunglasses? Especially in the Caribbean, you're gonna need sunglasses. You're gonna be laying back on that Serenity deck if you're on Carnival, and you're gonna want no sun in your face. So sunglasses for sure. Okay, all right, let's talk toiletries. So obviously all of your standard toiletries, you're gonna need to bring everything. So on the Carnival cruises especially, the only thing that they have is body wash and shampoo. They work. I don't recommend it if you got sensitive skin. Make sure you take your own body products. There's no conditioner. There's no toilet paper. Not toilet paper, toilet. That'd be horrible if they didn't have toilet paper. There's no like toothbrushes and stuff like that. They may have stuff in like the gift shop, but it's like super highly marked up. So make sure you pack all of your toiletries, all the things that you need, because there is limited supply and stock on most cruise ships. The next thing I want to point out, and this is very, very, very important. This is a cruise hack that I swear by. So I get really dizzy easy, and also like if you get seasick or car sick, if you get car sick, you definitely want to make sure you're taking some Bonine. The hack that I'm telling you to do, and this works, make sure you start taking Bonine the day before your cruise and take it every single day at night before bedtime until after the cruise. Take it 1 to 2 days after the cruise. Otherwise, you'll have like those like sea legs feeling. It'll feel like the room's still spinning if you have like inner ear issues like me. But I prefer Bonine over Dramamine. It works. Dramamine doesn't do anything for me, but the Bonine does. The next thing too is it's always good to have like a little first aid kit. Anti-diarrhea medication, just in case you get sick. Anti-nausea medication in case you get sick. Ibuprofen, pain medicine. Make sure you just have a little kit of like pain medications that you would need. Heartburn medicine for us old people. Make sure you bring lots of Tums and heartburn medicine because you're going to be eating all that cruise food. You're not used to eating that. And I tell you what, especially if you're drinking too, you will get heartburn because you're old. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much like the gist of like the must-haves. I would recommend too that if you are like a little cuddle buddy and you like your own little blankie, it's nice to have like your own little blankets, that comfort thing. But they do have some nice blankets that you can get on Carnival cruises on the Lido deck where you get the towels. They actually have blankets that they'll pass out. They're like soft little fleecy blankets that you can even buy. That are really comfortable. I just found this out a couple of cruises ago, and I make sure I always pick up one because they're really great, especially at night when they're playing the movies on the screen. You can just cuddle up on the blanket and watch the movie. So yeah, those are some of the things I would say. Like, make sure you pack, and obviously your clothes. Oh, one more thing. Sorry, ADHD here. Formal night. Make sure that if you want nice pictures in formal night, you pack a nice outfit and to do that because there's lots of photo ops opportunities. You don't have to dress ball gown if you're on Carnival. I don't know about the other cruise lines because like I said, I cruise with Carnival primarily. But nice, khaki pants and polo is perfectly fine. You don't have to get super fancy, but if you want to dress up in a tux or a nice gown because of the pictures and photo ops, some people do that. Me, personally, I'm simple. I'll just put on a nice little black dress and some heels and call it a day. So, yeah. I hope you got some value out of the cruise essentials here. If you have any questions or like, hey, I really liked your video, but I have a question on where you got that thing, drop a comment. I will respond. So until then, I'll talk to you guys all later. From the ADHD Hustle, I'm out. Vacation time.